Gym Evans here, joined by Carlos Condit, head of his big fight on Saturday against Neil Magny at UFC 219. Carlos, it's fight week again. How does it feel to be back and I guess going through all the motions of fight week?
It feels familiar. I've done this a lot of times, and I'm excited to get through all this and just go do my thing. Sure.
Is there anything different to when you were last doing this?
I've got a lot of energy right now. Really motivated. The time off, I think, has reinvigorated me, and I'm ready to go in there and have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, you've spoken a lot about why you're returning and why you decided to take this fight. Do you feel you're still 100% behind that decision? You happy to be here still?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Training camp was good. I've been progressing and learning and continuing to add pieces to my game. So I know that I'm improving as a martial artist, and I cannot wait to go out and show what I've been working on.
And how much were you kind of training during that time off? Were you still going to the gym every day, or did you take a bit of a break?
I was going to like the gym, like the fitness gym, pretty much nonstop, and then I got back in the fight gym maybe in the spring, and started kind of slowly moving around, hitting some pads from time to time, doing some jiu-jitsu, and then things started clicking.
Have you had to change that at all, maybe because of some of the previous injuries, some of the previous fights you've had as well have been wars? Have you had to change your training up since you, I guess, first entered the sport?
Yeah, definitely, man. I don't spar quite as much anymore. I don't. In this camp, I didn't do quite as much volume as far as my training sessions, but I made sure that the training sessions that I was doing were productive and intense, and that's really showed as I started to peak in these last couple of weeks. I'm in really good shape. My body feels great. I'm not dealing with any nagging injuries, and I don't feel like I left. I didn't leave anything I didn't leave it all in the gym. I still got a lot to bring to the fight.
Great stuff. What's kind of the new goal, or is there a new goal? Is it still the same? Do you still want to be the champion, or what's this all about with this comeback?
The goal right now is to beat Neil Magny. Put on a good performance Saturday night. Like short term, and, try to look at what I got right in front of me, and that's it.
Yeah. Let's talk about Neil. What do you think he's going to kind of bring to the table on Saturday? Where do you see yourself kind of outstripping him?
Neil is very well-rounded. He's got great reach. He uses his range well. He's real dangerous in the clinch with his wrestling. What really stands out to me is his endurance. He's able to push the pace, and he's really difficult in all situations. So basically, I'm going to have to be a step ahead of Neil. I'm going to have to control the range, not let him dictate that, and outpace him. He's, my endurance has always been a weapon, and there's going to be, it's going to be I'm going to have to match and surpass his pace, as well as controlling range.
How do you kind of think the division has developed since, I guess, you had that bit of time out? Tyron's still the champion. You've had your previous fight with Tyron. What do you think of like 170 at the moment? Do you think it's as strong as it has been in recent years?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's definitely there's an emergence of a lot of new talent, which is cool. Some really tough guys coming up, young fighters like Till and Perry, and then there's the old guard that's still looking good, like Wonder Boy, Masvidal, and just the guys who've always been solid. So I mean, the landscape is definitely competitive.
And you mentioned Darren Till there, obviously of interest to me. I'm from England. What do you think about Darren? Like, have you seen much of him? And he's kind of a similar fight to you in a few ways.
I fought on a card with him in Brazil and was super impressed. I didn't know who he was, and he went out there and he put on a really impressive performance. And so I remember that stood out. And then obviously he had a great fight against Cowboy. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he does. And he seems like he's got all the skills to be one of the greats.
Just lastly, I'm sure you've kind of thought about this return a lot and how it could all play out. But when you kind of close your eyes and you vision it, like what does that scene look like? How does this all end on Saturday?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really make predictions. I feel good. I feel like I've prepared well, and now I just got to get out there and fight to the best of my abilities and do what I do. And in the past, when I do that, I come out on top and get my hand raised.
Great stuff. Thanks, guys.
Carlos.
Hey, how are you?
Good.